Welcome back to Leading Edge. We have stopped somebody on the road. She's in the middle of her job, which we're going to get you to. This is Abena Rowland. She is telling an amazing story. She found out that her son, was going to be able to go to college because of the generosity of Pete Cadence, the HOPE Toledo folks. And then it dawned on her that, hey, you know what? They said a parent too. And so she decided to take up the mantle of education, more education for herself. Did you have any misgivings? Were you nervous about it? I remember going back to college in my 50s just to see if I could keep up with the kids. Did you ever have that feeling like, I wonder if I can do this?
Well, I had just recently received my master's in theology. So I was debating to either just go back and get my doctorate for that. But I ended up seeing a commercial with Stottenberg with the substance abuse counselor.
Yeah.
And I I don't know, I just went another direction with it. And now I understand why I did, but at the time I didn't know.
Okay. So you kind of went in undaunted. You knew you could handle the academic load because you had continued to study. So
Mhm.
you're on your way with your college costs at Stotzenberger covered, and yet your life tragedy was still lurking out there around the corner for you, wasn't it?
Yes,
Tell me
yes, the
about
worst,
if you can tell me what
the
happened.
worst. Okay, so school started. I was doing pretty well. And one of my big supporters was my oldest son. Every day he would come, bring my coffee and tell me, I was like, oh, I'm a little older now. So this stuff not coming easier. He'll say, Ma, you got this. Like anything you need, I'm gonna help you along the way. And March 2nd, 2021, he was murdered. And it's that just everything just stood still again, mentally for all of us. Um, and so then we were just kind of numb again. We were just coming out of the first numbness. So, and he was my oldest child, and he was in the music industry, and
Yeah.
they actually did a mural of him on LaGrange. He was due to go sign a record deal. Within hours, he was headed back to Atlanta and was cut off. From what we hear,
Wow.
mistaken.
Did it ever cross your mind? That's it. I can't go on. Or what kept you going?
I just kept hearing his voice say, "You got this." What he would say to me every day. And then the studies that I was taking was dealing with trauma, and it was just the right studies at the right time
The
that kind of
lessons
helped
you
me
were
get through.
learning in school were directly applicable to your own life, weren't
Yes,
they?
yes, yes, yes.
Wow. That's got to be
And there was
God's hand.
much
That's got to be
family,
God's hand, don't you
family,
think?
yes, family, and the support of his the community, so much support,
Yeah.
and the religious, the faith world too, because so many people stepped up and just have been there.
Yeah. She would go on. She would finish her studies. Congratulations to you.
Thank you,
Tell
thank you.
everybody what you are doing now. And when I say doing, the only person that's keeping her from doing it right this moment is me. She came off to the side of the road so she could chat with me for this show. Tell everybody what's up.
Well, I work for Empowerment for Excellence. Um, I'm a case manager of emancipated young adults that were in the system with CSB. And so I case manage them to help them get on track.
CSB, folks, Children's Services Board. So she's out there dealing with people who've had trouble in their young lives, helping them
Yes,
get on track or stay on track. You are
yes, or
making a
stay on
difference.
track.
Hey,
Yes.
okay. I found this, I didn't know this, and I hadn't read this anywhere. It made me think of, well, what about the child you had at Scott that actually qualified you for the tuition reimbursement? That student was also a son, right? And started college,
Yes,
but it wasn't going
yes,
so well for him. But I'd like the update on what's happening with him because I think this is just another incredible part of this story.
yes. Well, after my son passed, he mentally kind of, it was just way too much for him. And Pete Cadence called again as a miracle to our family. I know he's God sent, and just wanted to get him up out of the whole like Toledo area, just for a while to just kind of get him refocused and do something else. So he's down there working, and he's still going to go back to school, but mentally he had checked out and he's doing very well now, thanks to PK
Because
again.
Caden's engaged, got him out
Yes,
of his environs, got him over.
yes,
He's over what, Chicago area? Repeat is?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he's kind of mentoring the young man. Well, Cadence has been on our show a few times. He's a great young man. And when I
Yes.
talk this story, I need to get him back on. Let's wrap up with this. What message do you have for other people out there who are facing the worst of life, of what life has to offer? Because you did.
I would say hope.
Mm.
The greatest thing about this is there's always hope. And I don't think that we go through things just for us. I think we go through, we do our best to get through, and we reach back and bring others through. And that's my prayer, that I'll continue to be able to do this.
Wow, I have to leave it right there. And maybe that's perfect. Hope is what Abena says, keeps her going. And it's Hope Toledo that was there
Yes,
for her, helped her
yes,
further education, and
yes,
now be off on a journey helping
yes.
others. My thanks to Abena Rowland, keeping us on the leading edge of personal perseverance, accepting challenges and accepting help when it's offered, making the most of opportunity, and now helping others to do the very same thing. When I come back, the games people continue to play in our state with your vote. This is Leading Edge.